What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel and thank you for tuning in. Today we're hogging. Yes, we are. We got a really good marketplace find, $400 for a 5-foot 3-point brush hog. It's gonna go in the back of my Kubota. And today we're gonna put that thing to the test to see if it's a really good deal or if I just got ripped off. So I've been searching marketplace for a couple months now to try to find like a used riding lawnmower to come out to the property and cut all of this. So I got roughly a little over like an acre cleared, but the grass keeps getting super high, and I try to maintain most of this like with a weed whacker, but then all of this over on this side, not sure if you can see it because of sun glare, all of this on this side is just like, well, at this point it's 5-6 foot high in most of the areas. And I've been looking on marketplace, like I said, for a riding mower, but anything under $500 doesn't run. And I don't want to spend $1,000 on a mower to come out here and to hit like a rock or a stump or something like that and to ruin it. So I started looking at brush cutters, and we came across one super local, which was awesome. And it just needed a little bit of work. I'll go over the work I did to it real quick. Then we're gonna get it unloaded, get it on the tractor, and see if it works. All right, so here she is, nothing crazy. It is a 5-foot brush hog from Tractor Supply. These are like $1,700 brand new. It was listed for $500 on Marketplace. I messaged the gentleman who had it, and he said, honestly, I'll take $400 for it. So that was a deal for me. So it was pretty dirty when I picked it up. However, I spent maybe 20-30 minutes at home with a pressure washer, got it cleaned up, made it look a little bit nicer. The big thing was this front wheel was seized up, like it was like rusted into place. The greaser that was on it was completely broken off, so I did have to pull this wheel off and, you know, replace the greaser, grease everything up, but at this point it works fine. There's also 2 greasers on the drive line here, on the actual drive shaft, the part that goes up in this way to the motor of itself, and the part that connects to my 3-point of the tractor. So replace both of those greasers as well. This U-joint has no slack, it's really nice. This U-joint has a little bit, but I'm hoping it's not anything crazy. I didn't really feel like replacing it at the very moment. I can if I need to later on. And then the only other thing I did was I just changed out the gear oil that was, you know, inside the gears itself to actually spin the blades underneath. So, and then even underneath, I mean, blades and everything look to be okay and in pretty good shape. So realistically, I have like less than $20 in parts. I got 3 greasers, a little bit of grease, and some gear oil, so nothing crazy there. I have maybe an hour of my time doing the restoration, if you will. Then the only other thing I will note, I mean, the deck is not perfect. Like you can see, the deck had some splits in it before. He or somebody else did re-weld pieces of the deck, so it isn't 100%, but for $400, dude, it's $400. So, and let me get the tractor out, get this puppy unloaded. We got to get the backhoe off my tractor, and then we'll see if we get this puppy on and see if we could start cutting all this grass. actually wasn't too bad. That was actually the first time I ever took the backhoe off this tractor. So, I mean, that thing took like less than 2 minutes. Also decided to remove the grapple, put the bucket back on. That way I could actually like lower the bucket and kind of drag it in front because there's tree stumps like all over here. So all I gotta do is put the 3-point attaching arms on. We'll load up the actual Brush Hog itself. I do need to move the dozer, and I'm gonna move the cobalt just so that way I don't throw any debris towards them. And yeah, let's get hogging. Alright, sorry I cut the film. Figured you guys didn't want to see me fiddle around with that for 20 minutes because I have never actually put the 3-point arms on my tractor yet, nor have I hooked up a 3-point attachment. So she is on and ready to go. Got the PTO set up, got everything adjusted. It will go up and down. Sorry about the terrible reflection. Shut that off real quick. Does go up, does go down. I did get the drawbars and everything adjusted so that way it is completely level and not up or down. And I did have to adjust that top link so that way when I put it on the ground it laid nice and flat. So literally all I have to do now real quick is move the dozer and the cobalt, and then we're gonna see if we can start cutting some of this grass. Alright guys, this is going to serve as our before. This is like where I currently pretty much weed whack, and then this is where we're about to hog all of this here because I don't want it getting out of control. So everything's moved out of the way. It's time to engage PTO for the first time and see if the the $400 Brush Hog works. All right, guys, the little Kubota that could and the $400 Brush Hog that could. So I'd call this a success here. I'm going to show you around here in a second to show you everything I did do. I apologize I didn't film the entire thing because I'm kind of low on battery power, and I also assume that you didn't want to see, I don't know, 3 hours of me brush hogging and everything like that. So either way, if you are curious about what I am using tractor-wise, this bad girl is a Kubota LX 2610. So it's only a 25 horsepower machine. I think it only actually puts out like 19.5 PTO horsepower, which is probably on a, on a small side, only because this Brush Hog, this $400 country line or county line Brush Hog that I got, I think it requires like somewhere between 25 and 30 PTO horsepower, but I'd say my machine did okay with it. And this thing honestly performed very, very well. Finally see the blades up underneath there. I think it did super, super well. So I really didn't touch anything over here. This is already done. However, look at this. Much. So you'll see a bunch of like small high spots, and honestly all that is where I have tree stumps. So obviously I couldn't brush hog over the tree stumps, unfortunately. It ain't that powerful. But it cleared all the way down to that tree line. This is like an actual mound of dirt, so just had some stuff grow up over it. Whew, sorry for the shaky camera. I'm just walking around and there's like holes everywhere in the ground. So went back here a little bit, had some, that's like a big hole and stuff like that. So either way, I can't remember exactly. I think this took me, it's a little after 4 o'clock. This took me probably about 3 hours total. 3 hours of hogging. And honestly, it cut it up pretty nicely. Like, I don't have any complaints, honestly. And I'm honestly just gonna kind of stop it at that. Like, I don't want to make too long and boring videos, just like brush hogging property and stuff like that. But it is something I did want to share. I wanted to get back on YouTube because if you are a returning viewer, man, I haven't put out a video in 2, maybe 3 months at this point. And it isn't my plan. Like, I don't want to not upload for months and months at a time. However, I'm just trying to find some good lighting. However, adulting happens, things get in the way, and I have not had the time to put out content. And honestly, I have been doing a lot of stuff here on the property. However, when you film something to create a video to tell a story, it takes like 3 times what it does just to like do it. So we'll give you guys a really good equipment update, because everything I do have now, because I have the tractor, of course, but now I also added a couple more things to that, and tractor attachments and stuff like that. So if this is some kind of content that you do enjoy, please let me know in the comments below, because I will make more of it, because my channel is kind of built on vehicle content, trucks, cars, Jeeps, whatever, like off-road stuff pretty much, and diesel trucks and stuff. So this is a little bit new to me. I enjoy it. This is kind of what I do now. I do have some stuff, for the trucks, but it's just time. So thank y'all for watching. If you made it this far, like the video. If you haven't already, subscribe, join the family, join whatever the hell that I'm doing is here, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.